OBK behind the back. Come on, come on. Finish comments. Get y'all in here. Okay, got that. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? It's gonna be a real quick night. Hold on. My mic knocked over and everything. Yeah, I just made it home. Just made it home, guys. Today is my 16-year wedding anniversary, and as well as my daughter's birthday. And normally, what we do is me and my wife will go out on the actual day, and then like the next day or whatever the weekend is, we'll go ahead and do something for my daughter. But this year, we wanted to go ahead and actually celebrate on her birthday for her. So I'm just hopping on real quick just because I've committed myself to being here every night. But it won't be a long night. It will not be a long night. So if you guys have any questions, Deanna, if you are in here, I definitely want to get to your critique on your haircut. And if anybody else has any, we will go ahead and do that thing. What's going on, Ronald? Hey, how you know how to spell her name? You hit that mug, bro. Yeah, you hit that mug perfect. Yeah, she's 13. It's crazy. Spoiled self. She got a little iPhone. But mommy and daddy got new phones too. So yeah. Ronald, I think you had hit me up on Instagram. I seen something come through from you while I was out. What's going on, Kwame? Yeah, this is gonna be a fast night, you guys. We got everybody downstairs, and I think we're gonna do some karaoke. So let's see. I want to go ahead and see who sent me anything on Instagram. If anybody's in here that sent something that's trying to get critiqued, we can go ahead and do that. What's happening? What's happening, Cruz? Yeah, like I was telling them, man, it's my 16-year wedding anniversary, as well as my daughter's birthday. So this night is gonna be pretty quick. It's not gonna be a long one like we've been doing. Oh man, we got a goat up in here. How we pull this off, man? How do we pull this off? Hey man, we must be doing something right. What's going on, Bossio? What's going on, brother? Yeah, man, I know. I've been crazy busy, so I wasn't able to make it out. But I told Dre in the WhatsApp, like if I wasn't so busy, man, I would have been right there. I'd have been right there. I promise you. And I'm loving what you're doing, man. Cause like I tell these guys here in the group, everybody's teaching how to fade. Like everybody's main concern is to teach these barbers how to fade. But I'm like, man, there's so many different aspects of just the mentality behind being a barber, being a human being that's trying to be successful, and running a family, running a household, being a good brother, being a good father, good friend. I feel like all of that goes into it. So to see you come out and jam pack a class, a financial literacy class, like that's so fire, bro. That is so fire. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, man. I'm proud of you, bro. You already know. You already know. Uh, yeah, man, Bossio. So I'm doing what's it called? Vlogmas. So every night I've been going live, and it's been dope, bro. We've been doing some what I call cut critics. So I'm critiquing these guys' haircuts, as well as we talk financial stuff, man. We talk life things, relationship. It's just been everything, or even my experiences in barbershops, what to expect. You know, people have all kind of questions. So I know you've been doing it forever. so you know all the different things that people bring, all the different questions that people have, and just trying to touch on it, man. But you gave me the blueprint, bro. So for that, I say thank you, man. Thank you for real. Rusty, what's going on, brother? Welcome, welcome. Let's see who else we got in here. We got a few people right now. But did any of you guys? Thank you, Kwame. Thank you, thank you. Did any of you guys submit any haircuts? Cause I can go through a couple different people if you guys want, real quick, and then I gotta burn off. I think I'm gonna hop off at 9:30 tonight, just to make it quick and get back to the family. But like I said, I'm committed to you guys. I made a commitment to go live every night for the month of December. So this is what I'm doing. No matter what it is, no excuses. And that's the same mentality you got to have when it comes to your business. If this is what you want, then you don't make excuses. Things are going to pop up. Anniversaries are going to come. Birthdays are going to come. Holidays are going to come. And you got to decide, am I going to do this? Am I going to stick with it? Am I going to grow? Because sometimes it's going to take you away from some events that you really wanted to attend. And I spent a lot of my career missing some events and different things and watching my family through videos, watching them through pictures. But now it's to the point where I'm like, okay, I'm enough is enough, So now I make sure I work 9 to 5 so I can get off and get home and be able to help with dinner, be able to help with homework, take a load off my wife, do a load of laundry or something, So that's all a part of it. Ronald says, last year at this time I was watching Bossio like I am dead stock now. Bossio put me on to you. Thank you, Bossio. Ronald be in here, man. I don't think you missed a live yet, man. So I'm thankful, bro. I'm thankful. Let's see. Said, looks like y'all about to step out. I see the drip. Hey, man, you know what I'm saying? Now I just walked in the door, Bossio. We just made it home. And I came right upstairs, turned my computer on, turned the lights on, pulled down my backdrop, and went live. Because I've been telling these guys, like, man, I'm committed. Yeah, hey, or if you at that point, you know what I'm saying, you can go ahead and hire somebody to do that stuff. But the fact that you have the availability to do whatever you want is so dope, when it comes to family stuff. And I see you posting, all kind of things with your family. I know how much it means to you. So I love that you do that because everybody's not posting that kind of stuff. It's always, money, clothes, cars, haircuts. Money, clothes, cars, haircuts. But it's not really direction along with that to help these guys know that, hey, I can be putting some of this money up or putting it towards something, building an empire, How do you send cuts? So you go on to Instagram, you go to Christopher Manyweather, you follow, and then you go in, you can DM me 2 to 3 haircuts. But what I do need is different angles. So if you show me one side, Rusty, I'm not going to be able to help you. I need to be able to see the left, the right, hopefully a direct shot from the front and as well as the back, because as we see with some of these guys, man, it'll look like 2 different people cut their head. You'll have that really good side, and then you have a side that's just like, man, what happened? And then that's how we're able to help them grow. So if you can send me multiple angles, that is best. If all you have is one side, then I'll give you a little bit, but I can't help you a whole lot, man. Bro, I'm an R&B singer. Let me know what you need, bro. Let me know what y'all want to hear, man. I got you. I got you. That's what we're about to do. So they waiting on me. We're gonna do karaoke. So that's funny that you said that. And I'm waiting on, bro. You my brother-in-law. Where my gift at or something, man? I need something, Christmas or something. Yeah, Rusty. I'll wait for you to get those over, man. Let's see. Hey, Chris Egger here. I had to make an Instagram to send you pics on how I cut Damien's hair. Okay. Bro, you want me to be honest. Harsh, I feel like when it's harsh, it's all about how you take it, bro. So just know that I'm going to give you the truth about whatever I see. So if you take it as harsh, then you took it that way, because I'll never say anything to be harsh. I'm here giving you my time, not because I'm a harsh guy, but because I want to help you grow. And so sometimes that truth, it may feel a little harsh, but it's only for your benefit. and really it's for my benefit. Like I told them guys, I think it was Tuesday when I got on Monday or Tuesday. I was telling them about a guy I cut Saturday, and I've been cutting his hair for like maybe 3 years now. And Saturday, I think I gave him his best haircut that I've ever given him. And it's only because we've been going live every night looking at y'all haircuts. And so my eye is like hypercritical. Like I'm so focused. I'm like, okay, let me get that out there. But I don't know. I just went in and detailed them out. I was like, man, this is fire. So y'all helping me. Y'all helping me out too. That's funny. Bossio said, I really do. Oh, no, I clicked on the wrong one. Yeah, let me know what y'all want to hear, man. Facebook or Instagram to gain new clientele. I think Facebook is the way. What y'all think? I think they're both a really good tool to grow. So both of them you can run ads through, and actually Facebook owns Instagram. So you do that Facebook Pay or whatever. You put your card on there, and you can spend $30-$40 and run an ad that might reach potentially like 15,000 people or something like that in your area. And all you need is, depending on what your price is, let's just say you charge $40 a cut. All you need is one person to come from that ad, and they're going to pay for it. And if you do a good job, they're going to continue to come. So you're going to make your money back, and it's going to be worth it off of one individual. So I like either way. No matter what, running ads it's not a bad thing. Instagram is pretty good for barbers just because it's more focused on your content versus you get on Facebook, that's more reading, you know what I'm saying? Like people are saying more things, but when it comes to Instagram, bro, just scroll through my pictures. That's how I would, when I'd go out and I'd be talking to somebody, I tell them I didn't do the business card thing. I wasn't a fan of business cards. I'm not a fan of menus in restaurants. Like when I go to restaurants, I'll pull up Instagram and I'll hashtag whatever, Olive Garden, let's just say that. And I want to see people's food because whatever is appealing to me, that's what I want. And I took the same approach when it came to advertising. If I was, one-on-one conversation and just walking up to somebody, letting them know, hey, I cut hair, here's my work. I'll pull up Instagram and let them see, versus, hey man, here's my card. And you might got 3 or 4 haircuts off of back then the cameras weren't as good. So you got some blurry haircuts that you really couldn't see. So I'm just like, man, here's my Instagram. Check this out. I cut hair. And a lot of time that works for me a lot. So you can use it in multiple ways, but either way, you're doing good to be running any kind of ads. I see a lot of businesses that have Facebook pages, so that works. You get people to check in, get people to like it. You can, share it around. So it's a tool that either one will be good for you. What's going on, Mike? What's going on? Glad you made it through. I'm telling these guys, man, I won't be on long tonight, man. It's my daughter's 13th birthday, and me and my wife have been married as of today, 16 years. So I just came on here to keep my word, not only to you guys, but to myself and this commitment that I made. And if y'all know, man, we got Bossio in here, my guy, Mr. Tune 45 himself. So what's your thoughts on the Cut app? I don't have the Cut. I've never tried the Cut, but I do have friends who have it and they use it. But I couldn't tell you much about it. Let's see. I just jumped on to say hey, bro, and y'all have a blessed night. Oh, well, thank you for coming through and saying hey, man. It's always good to see you. Always good to have your support. Does anybody have any specific questions you guys want me to touch on, or any haircuts you need critiqued? Rusty, did you get those sent over? Let's see. Got my guy David Ward. Ron, what you is this this the same one? Yeah, Ronald, what you done send me? What you sent me, bro? Okay. Why you didn't say nothing? You in here asking questions about some other stuff? Oh, I missed that. You said you sent this post. Okay, here we go. All right, well, let's get to it, man. We got some multiple angles from Ronald. And, all right, we're going to jump into it. Y'all ready? Let me get my little screen right joint. Well, we know. Okay, so you gave us the before and after. So let's get past that. All right. So one thing I will suggest, Ronald, I would love to see. So you see how this light is showing on his neck? That's the angle you need to be taking these pictures from so that we can see the haircut, because the shadows are just too dark in here for me to really see much details and be any help to you. But I can see that it's just a little darker in here. You got some dark areas in there, but I really can't see. Like, this hair looks like it may be just longer than this stuff around it, but I can't be any help if you guys aren't taking well lit pictures. Here we go. We got a side view. All right, here we go. So first thing that I see, guys, it's gonna be this area in here. That's dark. So what you guys have to know is this, and let me escape out of this right quick. So whenever you're doing these comb overs, you have to ask the customer how do they want their comb over, because I see it. There's two different ways. So when I was at Supercuts and they were teaching me how to do it, we were leaving a lot more bulk in this area. So let's just say his hair parts right in here. Everything under here would be like, let's just say if you went up with a number 4 or something like in there, and then you're gonna fade down. And then I started seeing more and more people starting to shave right below that line. So wherever the hard part is or that natural parting is, you can cut that all down with a number 2 or whatever. So you got two different ways that you want to attack that. I think it's personal preference. So I always start with asking the customer, how do you want this? How do you wear it? Do you try to leave more hair in here, or do you want to see it all shaved down from where your hair part's at? And so right here, I feel like you got a combination. So what I need you to do is decide exactly what you're going to do. Are we going to shave this down at that line? Because if we are, then I need it to all, and if this is the length in here, then I need all of this to be that same length in this area. Someone just had me do it yesterday. So you want to make sure that that is even. So if this is let's just say that's a number 2, then all of this in here should be a number 2 at that line. It should be a straight line of number 2. Even if you don't put a hard part in there, it's going to naturally part because you're taking long hair and the hair right next to it is going to be short. So from there, it's really patchy. So what I want to see you do is make sure that I'll circle it so you can see this stuff in here. You see all these dark areas, dark, and here it's much darker. 5, 4, 3, 2, gone. Can you see it now? I want to see all of this cleaned up so that it looks more like this. And then as we come into the beard area, even kind of around the ear, I want to see this cleaned up a little more. I see you squared them out. His hair seems to be thinner on the bottom and the back, but I'll wait. I'm sure you got a different angle. But it looks like it's just a whole nother level here, like almost like you started a guideline there and you were about to fade up. It might just be how his hair is. Some people's hair in the back, once it gets down there, it's a lot less dense. And so I'll show you guys something that you can do to kind of clean that up. When it comes to the beard, it looks like you may have touched up the beard. I just want to see cleaner lines and a smoother transition into this beard. So let's look right here. So you got a line right there, and then all of this above here is pretty much the same length. But sometimes, like, let's just say his beard or his sideburn area is weaker in here, then that's when I'll recommend, like, hey man, let me fade it down a little bit lightly to you so you can get a smoother look on your beard. You got kind of a lighter spot. So if we take it down to a half, we don't have to bald it out. We can just take it down a little bit to a half or something and clean it up and taper it in. Have you ever tried anything like that? Bro, when you're making recommendations like that, I say about 8 times out of 10, probably more than that, but 8 times out of 10, people are going to want you, they're going to want to take your recommendations. So I'd want to see this just tapered in a little bit more, faded in a little more in this area right in here, because you did cut it short in spots. Now this hair is just kind of sticking out in front, so I'd like to see all that cleaned up. Most times guys like this don't want to edge up across the front, but I will line up here and clean this up a little more, as well as the beard. if you did touch it, like I said, I don't know. I want to see this cleaned up under here. You can shape that up a little bit better, freehanded with your trimmers. And this shape, I won't speak on the shape because I think that's personal preference. But if this is going to be the shape, then I just need to see this cleaned up a little more. Yeah, I don't do beards like this. I don't have any customers who wear their beards like that. But if you're going to wear it like that, I want to see these lines cleaned up. So that's that angle. All right, let's check the other side. So let's just look right here. I'm gonna scroll. I'm gonna make it a little smaller. So if you just look at these two different sides, look at this. And that's why I say I need you guys to send me multiple angles, because this side and this side is way different, drastically. So over here, you took the fade up to pretty much almost at the top of that vertical bar. And then it drops down a little bit. But over here, look how much lower this is. And that's your angle on there. And so you got it much lighter here. Well, on this side, it's lighter in here. It's darker in here. And the fade doesn't come up as high. So, but that's just what I see right off the back. Let's blow it up. And same thing with the beard area. You didn't do the same thing. So if you, when you guys are watching our videos, you'll hear us say, man, whatever I do to one side, we're going to do the same thing to the other side. And what that simply means is whatever I did, literally. So you want, sometimes you got to have reference points. So let's just look at the beard and the darkness of the beard. So if I say I put my number 1 all the way open in this area right here, I'm looking at that. Okay, that's kind of the bottom corner of it. And then I'm going to go up about an inch over that. So I want to do the same thing right here. And then I'm going to do that same thing right there. And so I use different reference points to help me see. Like even when I was just trying to show you, I said, look, over here you kind of went from the top of the vertical bar, and then it drops a little bit back here. It's really because you took it up so light in here. But over here, I can see that you didn't go up as high, and that, but I'm using this as a reference point. So when I set in my guidelines, I use all these different things as reference points. So I'll say, okay, man, what kind of drop fade am I going to do? If I want to leave a C cup in there, let me blow it up. If I'm doing a drop fade and I say I want to leave the C cup, then I might look and say, okay, from about half an inch over his ear, and then I'm going to drop that. So now I'm using his ear as the reference point when I'm going in and putting that drop fade or whatever the case may be. As well as on this side, the edge up is much different. You had a really strong curvature going on in this area, and it's just widened out. It's like you went, which means that the sideburns area you dipped in, and you can see where you dipped in right here. So it's not as wide as the other side. So look how wide this is, and you got more curvature in here, and then in here on this one, you kept it wide here, and then you dipped in. So I just want to see all that cleaned up, man. Cleaned up around his mouth. The other side on the beard, on the neckline, you had it more clean than this. As well as you had more of a straight line behind the ear. This one kind of curves. You see that curve in there? I'll draw it so you can see it, just in case you don't see what I'm talking about. This is your line. That's your line. Stare at it. 5, 4, 3, 2. You see it? Now let's go back to the other one. It's not as curvy. So I want to see this line back here straight like you did on this side. Even though this one, it really could be cleaned up, especially like in this area. But this is what we're doing. This is how you build more consistent haircuts, by making sure that I'm looking. This is film. This is a film session for the athletes, you know, breaking down your film. We going back and we checking things out, and we trying to see where did we go wrong and how can we make it better next time. Okay, Rusty, I see you, my guy. Deanna, you weren't, oh, okay, my bad. Oh my God. Y'all got me over here. Somebody call me next time. Y'all call me. I done did all this breaking down. And then I look in the comments and y'all. All right, let me go back. Oh man, I'm crazy. Bro, y'all got me on Instagram. Y'all can like video chat or something. Be like, hey, bro, we can't see. Y'all just typing it, and I'm over here looking at the haircuts. But I'll go through it really quickly once again. And now Ronald talking about he can't see it after I've been talking to him for 15 minutes. All right, so look, in here, this is the comb over section I was talking about. All of this is dark. I want to see this consistently through here. So if it's dark here, then it still needs to be dark in here. Plus clean up these spots right in here. This is what I was pointing out earlier. You got some really dark spots that you could have cleaned up. Let's just say this is number 1.5, halfway or something like that. You know, I want to see you close it, even if for some reason you're like, man, everything is a 1.5 halfway, but this area is not coming out. It's still dark there. Then to brighten or lighten that area up, then I want to see you close the clippers just a little bit more, if that makes sense. What's going on, Emil? The entire time we cannot see the pics in your... I know, like... But y'all can see me now, Earthy. I know you can see me now. That's so funny. I'm over here breaking it down. I'm like, look at this beard. You see this right here? He said, just shorten it for me. So yeah, look at the curvature on the beard on this side is much different than the other side. It's just wider. What I was saying is you actually dipped in on the sideburn, as well as look at this hair under his neck. I want to see that cleaned up. I also was pointing out the line in the back. It curves. I also pointed out on the fade, this whole area is different. So look at this line here. That's your guideline, and everything under that is lighter. And then when we go back to this side, look how much lighter it is over here, as well as look how much higher the fade comes up. So whatever you did on this side, I want to see you do the same thing over here as far as the fade goes. And then look at the sideburn areas. See how much this one is much darker, and this one is lighter. So we just want to make sure that we're being consistent in what we're doing on both sides. What you talking about, Emil? Let's see. Let's see. So we go to the next one. We got some befores. Oh, you say that, man. All right. I actually like this haircut a lot better. But, ooh, you can't be moving when you take these pictures. It looked like you took this one from far away. Ron, is this your haircut, or was you taking a picture of somebody that was across the room trying to come in here and stunt? But, yeah, it's just a little too blurry to be able to critique it properly. I don't know what's going on in here. Did you cut that down short like that, or is his hair thinning? I do see that you kind of went up in here. Everything that's lighter... It's lighter than this because it's shorter. So we got to figure out how you can not create that. And to do that, it might be clipper over comb. He looks like he's got some different texture hair right here. So something like this, where his hair is kind of froey. I probably would have cut that down with maybe like a 6 or a 7, something like that. Maybe a 6. But you want to make sure that you left this kind of dark, but I'd like to see this area right in here stay dark, stay consistent. So look above that line. Look how this is what you did. Like that, and then you went up. And then everything, all of that is much lighter. So we got to get some consistent darkness in all throughout here. I have no issue with this line right here on the side. I'd like to see it just in this corner, just slightly back, just a little bit, so that when you look at them from the front, it doesn't look like it's kind of curving towards you. You can kind of see it looks like it's curving a little bit right in here, but not bad, not bad. See, even King Me is in here. He's saying, man, that's fire. Okay, that's a 5 on top. Got you. I really can't tell as far as the blend. It's almost not fair to critique it, but it's you got some darker areas in here. I can't tell what's going on in here just because. Let me see. Let's go to a different picture. Maybe you got something. Yeah, this one is clearer. All right, so let me pull this out. So all this in here, this whole section in here should still be just a little darker, man. And that's for setting up your transition from going to this darkness. If I highlight how dark it is in here, come on, there we go. These are the darkest spots. So I want to see this ball transition into this darkness much smoother than, look at this area under here. You know, you got these areas in here, but it's really, so there's not really lines in your work. So what we're talking about for you is just a little more detailing, man. Spend a little more time detailing this haircut, going over the fade, whatever your system is. Let's just say you fade up. If you're fading up and you're going into this bulk, then I want you to work that same system coming back downwards, and I feel like you could clean up a lot more of that. I think you can clean that up a little bit more. Let's see. Okay. And same thing from the other side, except for you didn't do his edge up as well as you did on the other side. You curved it in much more in here. The other side went up and it didn't really curve until the end. But this one, you actually curved it a lot more in here. So it looks like it goes from here and goes straight up into this area, curving over. And then we're just looking for some consistency in the blend, man, and then that transition. So what I like to point out is that haircuts break down into 3 sections. This is one section for me. Let me see if I can draw it. So whatever length, oh man, my bad. Whatever length that is on top, that's one section. Then however you decide to do the fade, this is another section. So right here, I probably consider this like a mid fade. And the third section is in between the two. That's what I call the blend or the transition. So what you need to work on, that's your third section, is this transitioning from this length down to this length, and it not be so abrupt. It should be very gradual. One thing I like to point out is this light behind me. Let's see. Let me move this. Move that a little bit right there. So look, we got the darkest spot and we got the lightest spot. Tell me where the line is at in between. We're shading. We're fading it in. So that's the look that you should be going for. Somebody would say, man, that's a blurry fade, right? Because I can't really see the lines in between where the light is changing or where the color is appearing to be darker and appearing to be lighter. We just see it gradually goes and it gets darker as it goes, or it gradually gets lighter as we come this way. And this is the light I'm referring to, as you guys can see. So, you said you're trying my system. Okay. What do you think? How was it before you tried my system to trying it now? Because like I said, I'm not really seeing lines in here. Right now, it's just really your detail and your transition. So it's not a bad haircut, but it's just not finished. So what we're working on is the finish, polishing it up. So as you set the haircut in here, so now it's detail time. We detail that out, clean this line up, good to go. And here's a video of it. Oh, this is somebody else. Okay. Drop fade. First thing that stands out to me is right in here. I'd like to see, and I see what you're doing. You're keeping the C cup. So if you're going to do that, then what needs to happen is it shouldn't look like a dark spot right there. Remember, we're fading in from dark to light. If you can't see it in the screen, the wallpaper behind me, where it starts and where it stops, then you shouldn't see it in your fade. That's how you have to view it. Dark to light. So this in between here needs to be blended in just a little bit better than that. But overall, this stuff is not too bad. Let's see. So you said it's getting much blurrier now that you got a system. So this whole section in here, I want to see you lighten that up to help that transition, or brighten it up, or fade it in a little bit, or fade it out a little bit more. I don't know y'all lingo, but some people are like, man, what does that mean? Brighten it up, lighten it up. I want to see whatever this dark area is not look like that. But this transition is not bad. So I'm not really mad at this. It could be cleaned up in there, but that's improvement. And that's what we want to see. We want to see improvement. I can't tell what's going on with his edge up, so I'll wait on that. Let's play it a little more. Okay, so we just same thing. This is just a closer up angle. So you can clean this up with your clippers open, no guard. You can blend all of that in right there. But this fade is not bad, bro. It is not bad at all. I just want to see you stretch it out a little bit more. Stretch that fade out just a little bit more. Open your clippers up. And especially you said you got those masters. Those masters all the way open. And open to close in this area. All of that's coming out. So don't be afraid to go in there with no guard on there. But yeah, not a bad transition. Let's see. So what I do like to look at is shape. This is a bad video, bro. This is bad. So just looking at him from the kind of the back, and he's gonna look at this from the front. So you want to make sure you're looking at your customers from the front as well. Don't just go in and do a fade from the side. This hair sticking out like that and then going up. Even if you don't touch the top, you can still clean that up all the way around. You can clipper over comb that. You can freehand it. You can grab your scissors and clean it up. No problem. And this is going to help. It looks like you're at the house, but just have him work with you when you're trying to get some footage. Have him go ahead and just spin for you or get multiple angles. Because as you can see, now that the light is being blocked, now I can see this side. But before, when the light is shining into the camera, it's too much. It's overexposure, and it blurs everything out. Like it's too much exposure. It's too light. But the same thing over here is the same thing that I got from back here. And like I said, this transition is just a little bit more rougher on here. I want to see this cleaned up on this side like you did the other side. But let's see. Yeah, the fades look a little different. Look a little different on either side, Ronald. But I see you got all them tools and everything. You got the see-through drape. I like this side a lot better, Ronald. So let's just work on that consistency, making sure that wherever I put these guidelines in, that I set them in the same place. But not bad at all, brother, not bad. You grinding, you working, and this is why we come in here to get better. So if you gonna meet me here, I'm gonna be here. Y'all done got me in here talking so much. It's almost 10 o'clock now. So I'm gonna hop off at 10, you guys. What's her name? Miss Carter. Deanna, I think it's Deanna Carter. Deanna or Deanne? Yeah, Deanna Carter. Last night or night before last, you were supposed to go and we didn't get to you. So we're gonna skip. If anybody else sent it, I gotta get to her. I promised her that she would be first. So I wanna go and get to her. Keep my word. Let's see. And if we don't get to you, see, look, one day. A day ago. So if we don't get to you guys, then we will definitely get to you tomorrow. This is just a shorter day for me. I love Deanna, Miss Carter right here, because she works at Sports Clips. And she has about 15 minutes to do these haircuts. And she's in here trying to learn how to get better. Eventually, she plans on moving on. But I told her, I'm like, girl, you doing these in 15 minutes? Imagine when you get in the barbershop and you got 30 minutes to do this. So let's look at her haircut. So I want you guys to keep that in mind as we're looking at her work. She only has 15 minutes to do this, guys. And this is not a bad job for 15 minutes. I can't tell if this is his head dipping in or if this is an actual line. But I want to see that area in here just brightened up. You got a little dark area in there. I can see a little bit of your initial guideline, but not bad. I'm not mad at this shape. I know you don't have a whole bunch of time to be blow dry styling, so we're not going to get on that. But the transition is not bad. Let's go to a different angle. Let's see. And that's something that's why it's always good to look at the haircuts from different angles. So I can see something in here. Something in here. Hair is a little short up in here, and you can definitely clean that up in there. So a little bit more clipper over comb action. You could take a number 3 guard, something like that, going straight up off the head and clean it up a little bit more. You can take your I'm over here clicking on stuff. You can take your blending scissors and just kind of hit at the tips of the hair. Don't dig into it, but just at the tips, just to clean that up. I would like to see. Oh, that's what's happening. I'm over here trying to swipe over because you took. I'd like to see you center him in your camera, because you got me like I can't even see what's going on in the front. So all of this should be like in the middle. But just looking in here, we got some hair. I want you to start wetting his hair down and then parting it, and look at the natural bend of it where you're parting it to make sure that the hair is being parted in the correct place. Because this hair in here looks like it's just like it's short. It's just doing some weird stuff in here. So I can't really tell from this angle. That's one of those things I would love to be. That's why I would love to do hands-on, guys. Because then I can get my hands in there and see, like, okay, look at this right here. Let me show you. Let me wet this down. Let me show you as you part it. Because if you part the hair in the wrong place, if you look at the hair shaft, like when it's parted in the right place, it's just going to lay that direction. But if you see, like, you're combing the hair this way, and it's got a curvature, like towards the root, it's bending. It's bending like that because it really wants to lay this way, and you're forcing it over. And now once you've taken it over there and you pulled it up with everything else, and you cut it, and then you go and you comb it, next thing you know, it's laying the right way, but it's shorter than everything else. And now you got some hair spiked up. You know, it's hard to work with. Now you're trying to apply product to cover it up. So I couldn't really tell if that's what was going on. But let's see. Let me go back. Look at these 2 pictures, Deanna. I hope you're still in here. So the fade, this area right here. Let's just look here. Up here is like the darkest area. Everything is pretty light. So this is, I'd say this is the C cup right here. So from there to there, all of that is light. But from over here, let's draw the C cup. Right in there. All the darkness is at the bottom of the C cup. You see that? But on the other side, it's something like in here. So I want to make sure that, like I said, use your reference points. So for me, when I just verified it for you, I verified it off of the C cup, because that's how I set my guidelines. So I'm going to set both guidelines here. And if it's going to drop, it'll drop. But if it's going to go all the way around, it's going to go all the way around. And that way I can assure that I have a consistent beginning guideline. And that will make sure that you don't have this issue to where it's so much darker on the right side, even though that is the comb over side and the hair is going to blend in, but it should be much lighter in here just like it is on this side. But not bad. Like I said, sis, I know you doing these in 15 minutes. So I definitely understand. But this is something, by just doing that, by just giving yourself some reference points, it will help you even in having to cut hair quickly. It will help you with coming out with a much better product. Even though this is not a bad product. This guy is not leaving complaining at all. He don't know what I just pointed out to you. So we're not mad at that. But the goal is to grow. So let's see. What time is it? Hey, Ronald. You see that? Really good job. Really good job. I love it. I love that you guys are supporting one another and getting one another's Instagrams and all those different things, because it's a team effort. Like, this is a fraternity, sorority type deal to me. Like, there's that barber next to you is not your competition. That's your brother. That's your sister. We all went through this. We all are on the same team. And that's how I like to look at it. So the same way I'm helping you guys now, that's stuff I would do in the barbershop already. People thought I was the owner because the owner would sit new people next to me, and I'd stop in the middle of my haircuts to help those new people out because he knew how I felt about it. So, and that's without pay. What up, West Goat? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? So, as y'all can see, I'm all dressed up. It's because I just had made it home. And it is my daughter's birthday. It's my anniversary, 16-year wedding anniversary. So, guys, that's it for tonight. We were able to get through 2. Tomorrow, for sure, we got G and we got Rusty. And if anybody else wants to submit haircuts, I think Edgar, you submitted one. And Emil, I believe you asked for it too. So tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. So right now it's 10 o'clock Central. So an hour ago. So tomorrow night at 9 o'clock, we'll be right back here. And we won't even, unless y'all got something y'all want to talk about or questions, then we'll just go straight into Cut Critics. And we're going to bang it out and help as many people as we can. And help you guys grow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you, Mike. I really do. So if that's nothing else, anybody got a quick question before we go? If not, I'm going to go and join my family downstairs. I can't believe how fast that time went by. I was really going to do like 30 minutes. Thank you, Rusty. I appreciate it, man. How was your birthday, bro? I know you said you were spending it with your family. My guy Rusty just turned 40. Thank you, G. Thank you. Well, guys, I love y'all. I will see y'all tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. And, yeah, I'll see y'all then. Peace.